Hey friends, it's Carriella VSG. Thanks for stopping by. I know I have been gone for a while. It is June 2016 and I am in the midst of week 12, possibly week 13, coming to you live from the beautiful Hilton Garden Inn in Montgomery, Alabama, where I happen to be for work today and tomorrow. I thought, okay, I have some time in my hotel room. This would be a great opportunity for me to check in and say hello. Thanks Jody VSG for reaching out to me on Facebook. She asked me where I'd been, and it made me think I really do need to check in, which I'm going to come back to that thought here in just a second. Jumping into my stats, I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy on March 18th, 2016. My highest recorded weight was in December of 2015, and that was 332. March 18th day of surgery, it was 318, and as of last week, my last weigh-in was last Wednesday, and it was 271. So 61 pounds total, 47 since day of surgery. So I'm happy about that. I wanted to talk a little bit about non-scale victories, NSVs. I've had a few as of late. One actually came last week when I had, I guess it would be a scale victory, but it's a non-scale victory too. It doesn't matter. It was a victory. But when I weighed, it wasn't about how many pounds I'd lost, but because of the weight that I was, so technically I'm laughing at myself as I just try to work this through in my head. It is a scale victory, but my weight means that if I want to zip line, I can zip line on this trip that I'm about to take, and that's exciting. I don't know if I want to, but knowing that it's a possibility for me, that was huge. It was great. Had one today, a coworker. I don't see my coworkers all the time, and a guy that I work with came when he saw me. He's like, "You look fantastic," and I said, "Oh, thanks. How have you been?" Gave him a hug, and we were talking, and then we were by ourselves, away from other coworkers. He's like, "So, what have you been doing? Because clearly you've been doing something." And he and I have talked about like our gym regimens and stuff like that before, so I knew it wasn't just that he was being nice earlier saying that I looked fantastic. It was like a genuine noticing, so that was cool. That felt good. Also, clothes shopping. I am going on a cruise, my very first one. I've talked about that in a couple other videos, and clothes shopping was a non-scale victory. I was able to, I had really hoped to be down into a certain size. For me, that was a 24 because I started this journey at a 28, sometimes a 30. Shirts 26, 28, really needed them to be 28s because it was really pulling across my stomach, and got into a size 24 and 22, 24 shirts. So that was big for me. For some of you, that's your starting, and I get that, but for me, that was a victory. And I got a beautiful dress for one. We have two semi-formals. I got two nice dresses, but one of them I'm just absolutely in love with, and I got it at Ross Dress for Less. If you don't have one of those, it's kind of like a Marshall's, which is very similar to TJ Maxx. So $19.99, ladies. How excited was I? And if I was half as cool as Chemistry Queen, Rachel Rock Create, or Aubrey in Wonderland, this is where I would poof right here, insert my super cute dress, picture me in it, but I'm just not that skilled. So when I get back from my trip, I will just have to be old-fashioned and like hold pictures or something, or one of those smart girls can teach me what I need to download or whatever to make that happen. So anyway, I was really excited. I am really excited, and the fact that I could shop in more than just three places, and some places that, yes, I'm in plus sizes, but now there's a door opened for me that wasn't even open before. Sometimes Lane Bryant pants didn't fit me before. Sometimes my only option was the Avenue in Cato, but not everything fit me there. And now I'm seeing that that's changing. But it is still a mind game, y'all, because you see that number and you see that you're buying smaller clothes, and at least for me, I saw those numbers, was like, well, these must run big, or I don't know, there's just this missing link here. Need to work on that. I'm not really sure what that is other than just self-doubt. And I'm now past that 30-pound mark. Like I said, I'm at 47 pounds, and 30 was always usually generally where I in the past have, with the exception of one time, would stop. And I've kind of seen myself doing some self-sabotaging as far as just, oh, I'm gonna have a bite of this, and yeah, I'm gonna have a bite of this. Yeah, birthday cake on my birthday, not the end of the world. I had made that conscious decision, but I don't need to have a dessert all the time. And I'm not, but y'all, I digress. Clearly, it's been a while since I did a video, and I'm all over the place. Lots going on in my mind once I start recording. And what's sad is this is like take 5. Couple of things I wanted to talk about. Vitamins are going really well for me. I've noticed a lot of people on message boards talking about how they struggle with vitamins, so just wanted to put my 2 cents in on that. Vitamins have always been difficult. For multivitamin, it would make me sick. So I have found that vitamin patches are a great option for me, and my bariatric center actually suggested them. They do carry them, so we can purchase there. It's not a scam. I've compared, they actually charge less than what I can buy them for online. So it's just a good option. So if that's something that you struggle with, you might want to look into that. Talk to your professional, of course, because I'm not your medical professional. Also, hair loss. I'm definitely shedding more and more. And that's something that, just like most everyone else, it terrifies me. I have really thin hair, but I do have a lot of it. So as far as I can tell, no one else can tell what's going on with my hair yet. But of course, it's something I'm paranoid about. But I got a great shampoo recommendation from SJ of SJ's Journey. Y'all should follow her too, plus the other people I've mentioned. And now I'm a complete dork because I don't remember the name of it. But it comes in this little brownish bottle, and it's near a lot of this. They have several different types. Sometimes they have Moroccan oil and biotin. This one that I am using right now does not have biotin in it, but it's got, I think it's niacin and caffeine. And it's not meant for regrowth, but it is supposed to protect your hair and help with breakage. And my thought process is biotin I'm taking that internally as a supplement, and so that will help with regrowth. And really what I need from my shampoo is to protect what hair I do have. And I really actually, between the shampoo and the conditioner, I have noticed a little bit less coming out in as I'm combing my hair. So thanks SJ for that tip. And when I come back from my trip and I learn to do those cool things like the other girls where I show, I'll insert a picture of that too. Just kidding, I love them. Okay, so what else did I want to share? I am back at the gym. That's going well. Definitely know the days that I have not been responsible with my protein, and that where I'm falling into old habits of eating a little bit here and there, but having my big meal at night. Well, hello, your stomach can't have a big meal. So, and I feel it on my workout if I have not had the protein that I need, or even carbs. Such mixed information out there. I know everybody's different, and what everybody needs to do is different. And I even get, I feel like, some conflicting information from my dietitian versus the bariatric nurses. And I'm struggling with, am I making excuses for how I'm eating, or am I doing what's right for my body? I don't know. So I bring that up just to say that even though things are going well, I still have all these questions, and I still don't know what is right for me and what this looks like long term, and how I'm going to do, what makes the most sense. There's a one hand is like, okay, if you do everything perfect, which they've kind of actually said in my bariatric center, follow these rules really strictly the first year, you lose as much as possible, and then you can kind of play with it a little bit later. But I don't know, like I don't want to spend my time being miserable. And I say that to say that if I want a bite of something, I have a bite of it. And like tonight, I went to Firebirds for dinner, and I had the filet, and I had macaroni and cheese. It's a green chili macaroni and cheese, and it was amazing. And I knew I wanted to have it, so I had 2 bites of it. And then I ate my steak, where I should have had my steak and then. But it's hard for me to rationalize, okay, you had 2 bites of mac and cheese. Why are you beating yourself up? That's ridiculous. But I didn't eat it in order. Or, well, maybe that was too many carbs, and they say stay under 50, and some people say that, and my dietitian says if you have about the same amount in carbs as you have in protein, then it should be fine. And my weight loss is good, but would it be better? I don't know. Just this, everything about this is still a mind game. So if you are pre-surgery, I want you to know the mind games that you play with yourself do not stop because the doctor did something to your stomach. Okay? Just know. You probably are aware of that if you're watching other people's videos. The conversations you have with yourself, they just change. And I knew that going into this, so it's not a surprise for me. But what is a surprise to me is something that my friend Aubrey in Wonderland, my surgery sister, I swear she lives in my head. I feel like half the time I don't need to make a video because I just want to say Aubrey said it already. But in talking about before surgery, in her last video, she talked about before surgery, she thought, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be the perfect patient. I'm going to follow all the rules. Why don't people do that? And that's where I kind of was too, like, this is a big deal. I'm a rule follower by nature. I'm going to follow it. But what I found is I have to find out what works for me, but also balancing that without making excuses. And I'm still working on that. And I'm still working on the don't be too hard on yourself. That is the biggest piece of advice that I tend to give out to other people. Don't compare yourself and don't be hard on yourself. And I have to kind of talk myself through some stuff every single day. Which leads me, I would love to know, what is your biggest piece of advice that you give people that you yourself have a hard time following? Please share that. I would love to know that I'm not in this little club by myself. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you again, Jody, for reaching out. It did inspire me to talk to my people. And by my people, I mean people like all of you who understand what this is all about. And I have really been lax on watching videos, kind of like getting into this whole, I'm just going to live my normal life. But the truth is I feel better when I watch videos. I feel better when I comment on videos, just knowing that as many friends as I have who have been wonderful and they're so supportive of this journey, they still don't understand it in the way that y'all do. Even those of you who are pre-op, you understand the thought that goes into this beforehand, and you're probably looking for I was looking to know what it would be like, but even that means that we're in this club together. So I appreciate y'all. I hope that this is helpful to someone. If nothing else, you know that there's someone else out there that has a hard time putting all her thoughts out there in a coherent fashion. But thanks for being my friends, and I appreciate you, and I hope that you have a great day, and I can't wait to tell y'all about my trip when I come back. Bye.